2, and 3.
Welcome everybody to the memory loss conference. I don't know any of your names, so
Oh no, you don't know your name.
wrong place.
No.
Welcome to the Thursday Night Course in Miracles group. I'm Chris Green. This is my lovely wife, the Reverend Reja Joy. We're in chapter 10 tonight. God and ego. What do those two people have in common? Probably part 7.
Joy,
What?
for me, the audio is coming in and out.
When you move your mouth away from Joy, the audio goes out. When you move
Okay.
I'm
I'm going to put the mic closer to him. I'm putting the mic.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Yeah.
Well, you can't see it, but oh yeah, there it is. See, it's got a wing thingy. Okay, go ahead. Speak into that thing. They won't hear you. Go ahead.
We're in chapter 10 tonight, God and Ego. 7. Experience and perception.
No, it's not working. Okay,
Can
hold on.
barely hear.
You know what? I think, hold on. I'm going to pause the recording for a moment. Zoom recording.
Okay. Welcome everybody to the Barnum and Bailey 3-ring circus.
Keep laughing.
Yeah, keep smiling.
Keep smiling.
We're in chapter 10 tonight, God and the Ego. We're going to read part 7, which is experience and perception. And it's paragraphs 59 to 68. If you would like to read, raise your hand or raise your little digital hand and
digital hand.
And we will.
Charles has his hand up.
Got it.
Okay, gotcha. Who else? Oh, Jake is not reading tonight.
Okay. So how do I write that down? Put Jake a no, or just
You
don't put
it
Jake
down.
Okay. All right. You're covering them up. I can't
okay.
see. What are you doing?
Just a minute. I need to look something up. Okay, and let me move that over so you can see. Boing. Okay, we've got Mark and Judy and
And
Barbara Todd.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yep.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, that would get us started. Okay. All right. Wait. All right.
Oh wow.
That's from what's wow.
Okay. Yep. Okay, that's fine.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Okay.
We've got a couple of people tonight that are not familiar with the format. Anyway, I start out giving you the chapter and part as to what to read. Then we do the reading list. After that, we will go. Joy has an opening prayer with a 2-minute meditation. And then when I come out, I will, if you're on the list, I will call your name and give you the number of the paragraph and a few words from the first sentence so that you know that you're in the right place. After you read the paragraph, you have the floor. The share is yours, and you whatever comes up for you in the paragraph, or even anything that has come up, you're willing to share. When you get to the end, you can just say that's it, or I'm complete, or whatever. If you would like to share, please use your digital hand. The reason why is because those come up in the order that the person clicks, so then we can call on the person, and it gives everybody a chance to share, and it helps us so that we can, we're not trying to figure out who was next.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
And if you keep your hand up, that's perfect because it puts you in the top left and everybody can find you.
Right.
The person who's talking.
Does it rotate everybody's or just ours?
Yeah, everybody. If somebody puts their hand up, it goes in the top left.
Oh, I don't recall when I was down there. I don't recall that happened.
Well, I'm pretty sure it does.
Okay, all right.
I
What
could
kind
be,
of what kind of
I could be
accent?
wrong,
I
but
mean, you know that. What kind of accent was that anyway?
oh, Texan probably. Ugh. I had a past life in Texas. Well, let's go.
Yeah, really. At this time, would you please mute your microphone so that we don't have any background noise during meditation? You know, dogs, birds, planes, trains, um, anything else.
Okay, and
All right.
just a moment.
Okay, you're up.
I closed some programs when I was trying to save some space, so I need
Right.
to open them again.
Yeah, kind of didn't
Mhm.
work.
Okay. Okay. We'll begin by closing our eyes, if you feel comfortable doing that. And we'll go within. We're going to let go of all the external focus just by closing our eyes. It establishes to our body and to our mind what we intend. We intend to let go of outside perceptions and just to relax, accept, be with what is happening right now in this moment, to be present and not distracted. We might even become a little distracted, even with our eyes closed. But by closing our eyes, it gives us so much more. So just stay still. Rest in the present moment. You can feel your body begin to relax and let go. Maybe your shoulders will lower. Just relax. You can imagine that you're releasing the problems that you were dealing with today. There may have been many, but we can let them go right now. You can always pick them up later. But right now, we're going to set them aside. We're going to stay in this holy instant that we've chosen to be with one another. What a blessing. There are no accidents. We chose to be here with one another. Every decision we've ever made has brought us to this moment, and we're blessed. Let's watch our body, be observers for a little bit. Bring your awareness to the breath, perhaps, and just observe. It should be fairly relaxed right now. We can perhaps deepen the breath. It will help to deepen the relaxation. Just by lengthening the exhalation, you will mitigate the effects of cortisol, which is a stress hormone, and relax even further just by exhaling longer than the inhalation. Very gently. Bring the inhalation into your most holy body and exhale gently. I often imagine that I'm bringing in prana, divine energy, on the inhalation into every cell of the body. And when I exhale, exhaling what we can let go of, we can purify. So I like to inhale, we nurture the body. And when we exhale, we purify. And just observe, just for a few moments, how relaxed the body has become. We're still very present and aware of this moment. Our bodies are relaxed. Our breath has softened and is relaxed. We have fewer thoughts now in our minds. And we're doing this so that we can open our most holy minds to the loving thoughts of God, because they are our true thoughts. When we open our minds, we know what this reading tonight is telling us. We already know. It's just a remembering. We're reminding ourselves. And so now that we are relaxed, we will say a prayer. And the prayer is based on our lessons. It's a review. And it's the last of review. 3. 2 lessons, beautiful lessons. I rest in God, and I am as God created me. Beloved Father, Mother God, we come to you now in quiet willingness to remember the truth of what we are. In a world that seems to call us to striving, we choose instead to rest, to lay down all effort, all concern, and simply be held in your loving arms. We rest in God, not as something to achieve, but as our natural state, unchanged, undisturbed, eternal. And in this resting, we remember, I am as you created me, whole, innocent, and free, unchanged by time or circumstance. Forever, your beloved Son. Let this truth gently settle in our minds like a soft and certain light that needs no defense. So now we enter the silence, not to seek, but to remember, not to become, but to be. We rest in you, and in that rest, we know ourselves as we truly are. And so it is. Amen. We'll begin a 2-minute silent meditation right now. I will time us, and I will bring us out. We'll start now. I rest in God. I am as God created me. When we're ready, we'll open our eyes. Welcome, Ruben.
It's bad.
Welcome, dear one, and welcome, welcome, Patty.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, we're in chapter 10. We're going to read part 7, experience and perception, paragraph 59. Charles, can you start us off?
Oh, wait. Let
It
me
is impossible.
I will get the shared screen up. Hold on.
All right.
I'm getting there now. Okay, ready?
Yeah, go ahead, Charles. No, you got to hit the
Can't hear
unmute
you,
button
though.
there, buddy. You're going to have a whole pile of shirts.
Can I get
There you go.
extra, can I get extra large, please?
Absolutely.
All right. It is impossible not to believe what you see, but it is equally impossible to see what you don't, but to see what you do not believe. Perceptions are built upon the basis of experience, and experience leads to beliefs. It is not until beliefs are fixed that perception stabilize. In effect, then, what you believe, you do see. This is what I meant when I said, "Blessed are ye who have not seen and still believe." For those who believe in the resurrection will see it. The resurrection is the complete triumph of Christ over the ego, not by attack, but by transcendence. Where Christ does rise above the ego in all its works and ascends to the Father and his kingdom. Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It reminds me of when I have something really focused on my mind. Everywhere I look, I tend to find it somewhere. The stronger my perception is I hold about something, the more that I'm perceiving shows up in my experience. So what I'm saying, when he asks us, for those who believe in the resurrection, as I get the feeling, elevated feeling within me, and feel that wonderful sense of the elevated self, and you know, that Christ gives me that blessing of experiencing that joy, the fun, love, the playfulness, I start to witness that everywhere around me, and I really feel resurrected, but not in the body as far as leaving this earth and going up in the sky, but my feelings are resurrected. I'm no longer down in the dumps. I'm no longer in a moody situation. I handle problems more easily, more comfortable. I'm allowed to allow things to roll over without trying to solve everything in my path. And so the more elevated my feelings are, the more resurrection towards the Christ consciousness I feel myself growing towards. So, when he says, "Blessed are ye who have not seen yet still believe," it's still evidence of not knowing the Christ in fullness in everyone that I see, but I believe that Christ is the fullness of who we all are. And the more I feel it within me, the more evidence of it will start to show up. And when I truly believe it, I will truly see it. Thank you. I'm complete.
Mhm.
Thanks, Charles. Very nice.
Wait a minute.
Hmm? Oh,
Okay, I just want to see if anybody else had something to share on that first
oh,
paragraph.
all right. Okay.
I do. I have one thing. Well, it's actually it's actually not on the first paragraph. Um, but I guess I wanted to share before I forgot. I don't know how to put it into words. Um, when my when my maybe something you did say, Charles. I I thought of this. When my piece is shattered, uh, everything's fine when everything's like you're feeling good. Oh yeah, you were saying, you feel elevated. You were feeling that when you got a sense of resurrection, you felt elevated, and it was wonderful. And I can relate because I've had times like that. But then I've also had you know how change can come in the twinkling of an eye, and I think it's what happens is that I lose my peace. I get somehow something gets triggered, and I don't know the name of it. It could be fear of failure, fear of it's fear of making the wrong decision, fear of having lack, fear of loss, all those good stuff, right? And it just sort of when it comes, it dumps so quickly. And I think that goes along with being in the body because it's, stored up in some part of the brain too, But however, we're learning, we're learning
Mhm.
to step back and observe and notice that it's happening. You disengage when you do that. You disengage from it. And you may even still feel the physical effects of it because what happens is the body, God love it, it releases all these chemicals like it could be adrenaline, cortisol, it's all these chemicals and they don't help one bit. So you might still be feeling the effects, physical effects. However, I am not a body. I am still as God created me. And love created me like itself. So I
Mhm.
can step back and get some distance from that. And I think Jacob, you said you read something today and that helped, right? From Joel Goldsmith. Even remembering snippets from the course or from wherever, Joel or Edgar Cayce or whatever, I think helps us to get back to what's real. And I think our reading tonight was going to help that.
Cool.
Anyway, that's what I
All
wanted
right.
to say.
And you think there's something in another paragraph that,
I do.
okay.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
most likely. And Charles has his hand up, by the way.
oh,
And Jacob.
I just want to affirm something that happened tonight. When you were having sound difficulties to start with, your love for everyone here really hit you in the heart in such a beautiful way.
Oh.
I'm going to do everything I can to make sure this works.
yeah.
You can really see the love
Yeah.
for that, to me, which is the elevated self, the love we share for
Mm,
each other, that when difficulties hit,
mm,
we
Yeah.
just don't give in to them. We say, the love we share with all of these are more important than this. We'll get through this. We'll get above this.
okay.
And I just thought I'd share that because that was an important part of this paragraph.
Oh,
You didn't
thanks,
allow
Charles.
beliefs of what your eyes and ears were telling you. You knew there was something better, something more wonderful. And thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks, Charles. Thank
Yeah. We're
you.
two in a row. We had audio problems last week. What was it last week that we were struggling with? Something.
Mhm.
Microphone didn't work. That's what it was. Microphone. We had to use the microphone from that. Then we tried this and that.
Oh, that's right. That one week. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Now we're
It
two
would
weeks in a
not
row.
it would not recognize it. It wasn't in the list of devices, and I couldn't choose it. So,
What
and
the
then
heck?
somehow
Oh,
it
then you
healed
couldn't.
itself.
No, you couldn't share either. Remember?
Couldn't share what?
You couldn't share. You couldn't share. And
Oh, that's right. I couldn't
yeah,
find the share button.
Mark had to ask to share, and then all of a sudden your share button popped up, and it's like, holy smokes!
Wouldn't it be wonderful if we blessed every problem, just really welcomed it and blessed it for,
Oh,
as a
yeah, okay.
as a I don't know. I don't want to say opportunity. That's getting a bad word, right? It's getting a bad name. Oh, another opportunity.
Well, all right. Okay.
Jacob,
Yeah,
what do you
Jacob,
got?
go ahead. You
Yeah.
can, you got to save us. I mean, really, we're,
What do you
Um,
got?
yeah, I think when you said separate, pull back from, oh my God, it's so powerful. Because we get wrapped up in this dream world. We believe everything that comes down the pipe. We identify with it. We identify with our feelings, our reactions. We own them, and it's so liberating to just take a moment and like a timeout and pull away, and which I've been doing not enough, but when I do it, it's just such a help. I pull away into divine awareness. I am aware of my body and the cortisol. I can feel it. I am aware of the thoughts. I am aware of, and I don't have to judge them. I can label them, but we know if I'm in this state, they're not good, and they're probably, well, most definitely not accurate. So when I pull away into my just sheer consciousness, just sheer awareness for just a few minutes to know that's who I truly am. I am the witness to this body. I am the witness to this mind. I am this divine awareness that has come here to learn how to love. And it helps me tremendously. That's it.
Thanks, honey.
thanks, Jacob.
Thanks.
Do you want to call on Margaret?
Yes,
Go ahead.
me,
Yeah.
Margrethe.
Yeah. First of all, I want to thank everybody in this group because I feel so welcome when I come here. You know, I come here at 1:30 in the morning, but it is really a very pleasant experience. I feel safe. I'm not afraid to speak, and it's and I really feel at home here in this group. And the thing I would like to say too, Joy used the word opportunity, and the thing is that my body is not doing what I like it to do anymore. 77, and here comes the decay. and but it is an opportunity for me because I used to be in control of everything, of my body, of my life, and the control is gone. I have to surrender. I have to ask the Holy Spirit to help me to stay in my peace, to to be connected, just like Jacob just said. There is nothing else to do. it takes me to the reality. Thank you.
Thanks. Oh, very nice.
Thank
Wow.
you.
That is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're always safe here. Okay. That's why we started this.
I think that's beautiful to find the blessing in um, aging. We're getting there. We're in the late 70s, and to find the blessing, that's what it just it's there.
Yeah.
Like Margrethe said.
Yeah. You want to pull up 60?
I am. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Paragraph 60. Mark, you want to read for us? Would you join in the resurrection or the crucifixion?
Would you join in the resurrection or the crucifixion? Would you condemn your brothers or free them? Would you transcend your prison and ascend to the Father? For these questions are all the same and are answered together. There has been much confusion about what perception means because the same word is used both for awareness and for the interpretation of awareness. Yet you cannot be aware without interpretation, and what you perceive is your interpretation. This course is perfectly clear. You do not see it clearly because you are interpreting against it, and therefore do not believe it. And if belief determines perception, you do not perceive what it means, and therefore do not accept it. Yeah, this brings to mind something out of what's commonly referred to in various 12-step programs, which is listing your resentments, right? And we tell people, you want to be free of your resentments. That's where, you're crucifying the other guy, right? We have a word for that. It's, drinking poison, hoping that the other guy will die. And so there, what are you doing? You're joining in the crucifixion of yourself. But you don't see it, I don't see those things clearly at the time that the attack thought is coming, or the concurrent defense mechanism, right? If I'm wielding a sword or putting up a shield, either way, it's an attack thought. And I haven't joined in the resurrection. And a simple example of this occurs on a daily basis in my life, where I'm driving along in traffic. And, very often people would cut me off. Now there's a perception, right? And an interpretation of perception. Lately, people have been just pulling in front of me. And so I perceived it differently.
Right.
And, it's taken years, for this to start to, and it's not always like that, right? Not every time. What happens is, like, I'm in a rush. Oh, I got to get to a 7:30 meeting. Oh no, I got to go and rush home. And oh no, this guy cut me off, and I got this important thing to do, right? There's fear. The fear of the fear of what it is I'm going to lose, or as I guess it's John Aston put it, my ego takes a running inventory of what it has to lose. It's in control. So, it's always a decision. It's always a decision. And I'm not always aware that I'm making that decision. So that's why it's important for me to read this stuff, because it means the difference between having the peace of mind that enables the awareness of the joy of living, and what my creator means for me, so that I can be as God created me to be, and so I can rest in God, right? These are the objectives. So that's how I interpret this, because the confusion I have about what the awareness and the interpretation of the awareness. Somebody pulls in front of me, somebody cut me off. How am I reacting to it in my mind? I'm complete.
Excellent. Thank you.
That's nice.
Thanks, Mark.
Especially the traffic analogy. That's one of my. So instead of cutting me off, it'd just be pulling in front of me. So that does soften the perception.
Oh, sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go, Jude. You gotta save me again.
You're already saved. I keep telling you.
I'm old and I forget. It's always you that has to tell me that.
Oh, you are my beloveds. Hello, everyone. If you would put the screen up, because I can't remember.
Oh, sure. Okay. Hold on.
Reach the the differences that he's qualifying for us in interpretation, awareness, and perception, I think are very vital to my basic fundamental understanding of what he's trying to teach me here. How would I know the difference between crucifixion and resurrection? Now, my understanding is all perception is deception. If I'm seeing through the body's eyes, I'm perceiving through the instrument of my body. That is deceiving. I'm seeing myself as a body, and I'm seeing you as I see myself. And that's an interpretation of reality that is the mistake that needs to be undone in us. That we are judging and crucifying each other. It's like there's a line in the text that says this is an inquisition of the Son of God, because the Son of Man, bodies in the world, aren't the Son of God, which is one mind, one spirit, and the totality of all creation as being one thing, one, not a thing, but one awareness. It's so aware of itself. That awareness is only aware of itself. Interpretation has nothing to do with that. I think of interpretation as judgment, the slicing and dicing up of what is the totality of awareness, because awareness sees everything as capital itself. So that seems pretty clear to me, but Mark reminded me of another concept that's familiar from the 12-step program I've participated in, and it's a concept of contempt prior to investigation, and how he speaks of this in the last part of this paragraph. You don't see it. This course is perfectly clear. You don't see it clearly because you are judging or interpreting against it, and therefore don't believe it. I've got prior beliefs, and I think I know, so I'm not applying the course, and I'm not learning what he's trying to teach me. So that's what they call contempt prior to investigation, which will keep you in everlasting ignorance. It comes from The Varieties of Experience by William James. So I always love that idea. It's like, if you don't do the lessons, how are you going to know how they work? Ergo, there she goes.
True. Yeah, Charles, go ahead. And then I think I've got something a friend of mine pointed out. Go ahead, Charles.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Right after it says awareness for the interpretation of the awareness, it's like it says, yet you cannot be aware without interpretation. To me, that sort of struck me. Awareness is also interpretation. To me, that's what he's saying in that line. You cannot be aware without interpretation, and what you perceive is your interpretation. So even though I'm aware, I'm aware of something. Okay. Awareness, when Jacob was talking about that awareness as a witness, you're more aware of the witness than you are of the thing that you're a witness of. So it's more a reflection, inner reflection of what is it that is aware versus what is I'm aware of. Because what we're aware of, everything we're aware of is a belief. Because it's not direct experience. It's just our understanding of what we're aware of what it is, our experience of it. But if we look at that which is beyond our sight, beyond our sound, that which gives rise to the experience in which we have, then we start leaving perception behind. But while we're aware of anything in this world, we're open to interpretation. And just by being aware, we can be interpret against the course and what it has to say. Because for us to know that the Holy Spirit's there to undo all our misunderstandings is for us to test it out. And that's what the workbook does for me. As I do the lessons, I'm relying on the Holy Spirit for a new interpretation because my awareness is clouded with a lot of misunderstandings, misinterpretations through my experiences I've had in my life.
Hmm.
And as I learn that what I see has nothing to do with what is, and what is the love that arises from everything and everyone for the life in which they live and for the joy of those they live their life with. And that's something I cannot perceive. It's something I could just feel. It's not something visible anymore. It's something that I become aware of, but it's not a thing. It's a relationship, you know? And so it takes me out of the idea of certain objects have to be a certain way before I interpret it as likable, you know? But as soon as I start feeling the love that pours from within me and start seeing that love rise around me, um, then I really feel the connection, and a connection that's not of this world, a connection that's beyond this world. And I can truly say I'm in the world, but I am not of the world.
Cool.
And that, to me, is leaving perception behind. But while I'm perceiving this world and aware of this world, I'm still open to interpretation. So I still need the Holy Spirit to help me.
Great.
Anyways, thank you.
Thanks. That's great.
Thanks, Charles.
Thanks. All right, let's move on to paragraph 61. Jude, can you read for us? Yet different experiences lead to different beliefs.
How about just 3 words?
Oh, excuse me. Yet different experiences lead to different beliefs, and with them, different perceptions. For perceptions are learned with beliefs, and experiences teaches. I am leading you to a new kind of experience, which you will become less and less willing to deny. Learning of Christ is easy, for to perceive with him involves no strain at all. His perceptions are your natural awareness, and it is only distortions which you introduce that tire you. Let the Christ in you interpret for you, and do not try to limit what you see by narrow little beliefs, which are unworthy of God's Son. For Christ comes unto his own. The Son of God will see himself. For until Christ comes unto his own, the Son of God will see himself as fatherless. So again, I understand this as saying, that we have one Father, and that I cannot see. I am blind if I'm looking through the body's eyes, and perceiving, because there is no perception in God. There's only awareness. There's only knowing. I am either knowing, I'm either shining the light, shining, or being one with what I see. I'm knowingly seeing everything as my capital self. And that's what what the course has taught me is vision. So I have to understand that learning of Christ is my natural factory settings, that I'm only at home. I'm only at home and relaxed and peaceful and loving, truly perceiving myself when I am aware of the fact that my mind is a part of God's, and I'm looking through. Essentially, I can say that I'm looking through the eyes of God, and I see myself as God sees me, and I see whatever I see as God sees it, and I don't see anything that God doesn't want me to see, and that's how I don't. You see the translucency of bodies and the material world is just being phenomenal and temporary, and you see that this spiritual eternal value that is the essence of it underneath it. So you cease fighting anything or anybody in the world. You don't have an argument or attack anything in the world, because an attack becomes meaningless because there's only room for one in that boat. Everything is God. I see God in everything I see. And I'm at peace with it. The universal will of God is universally applicable in every situation and and circumstance. It's like, okay, this is happening, and I don't have to understand it because it's the insanity of the ego manifesting, me included. So, ergo, there I go, the end.
Hey, thanks, Jude. Thanks. That was great. Oh, I had that share and I just decided I don't know if
What share?
I don't even know if it's applicable, but I have a friend who doesn't, he doesn't follow any religion or anything like that. He did go to Creighton, even though he wasn't
And
Catholic.
explain Creighton is a Catholic
Is
college.
that, oh, I'm sorry, that's right. Creighton here in town is a Catholic university. But he said that he said, if you put me in a church blindfolded and you take the blindfold off, I could tell you whether it's a Catholic church or one of the other Christian religions. Because in the Catholic Church, the cross has a tortured body on it, with the open wound and the blood dripping down and the nails and all that stuff. And then he said any other Christian church usually just has a crucifix up there without a body. So it's like that's the resurrection and that's the crucifixion. And that's the way he sees it. Um, he's a very spiritual guy. He just, doesn't care to follow anything. So it's like, well, I think that's perfect because um, it doesn't cloud your, would we say perception, or would it be cloud your awareness? Probably cloud your awareness. Yeah. I
Oh,
like where it says there that that his perception is our natural awareness. So it's what was the thing? Love waits on welcome, not on time. So it's the same thing. It's always there. That's our natural. That's our natural being. So we just have to get to there.
Mhm.
Yeah, cool. All right. Um, let's
Margareta.
see. Somebody.
Margareta.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought I heard Charles say something. Okay. Oh, he's shaking his head no. Okay, go ahead, Margaret.
um, I love this sentence that I'm leading you to a new kind of experience because since I started the course, I was led to many new experiences. For instance, I when I want to get to on a train, if I hurry, the train leaves before I get there. And if I take it easy and I just trust whatever happens, it's all right. The train waits or the train goes, it doesn't matter. And then the train is waiting for me past its time.
Mhm.
It's like time has no influence, not it has no effect. And that is a completely new experience for me. I think everybody here has experiences like that, I think.
Mhm.
But yeah, this sentence reminded me of that. Thank you.
Wow.
Oh,
I'm
thank you.
complete.
Thank you.
I kind of did a little bit of that running around in the airports,
Hmm.
because your connection, you land late and your connection's sitting there.
All
And
kinds of things happen. You
oh
can
my
guess what
God,
happened.
I would come running around the corner and the door would be open and they'd be looking at me like, you want to get on the plane so we can leave? And be
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
pretty cool. Okay, go ahead, Mark.
Just real quick, I'm hoping that, when Christ motivates somebody to come out with a fourth edition of this or something, that they change the sentence that says learning of Christ is easy to learning of Christ is simple. If it was so easy.
Mm.
I, you- I don't think we'd be having these meetings, right? If it was so easy, right? It's not that easy. Anyway, that's all I got. I'm,
That's 2 weeks in a row, Mark.
I know.
We're
I'm
out of
broken
the.
record.
We've got 60 cases of books here. We'll send you a case, and you can take a magic marker and just go through there and put simple, 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 and then that'll be your book. I'll send you the large print. There you go. And you can just take white out and do that, and then write simple over easy. Charles, go ahead.
Thanks, Mark. I couldn't let that go by. God, I love it. My God is a God of ease, but the ego is not easy. The ego, when you learn from the ego, things become very hard, become very difficult in a big way. So when he says easy, sometimes we misinterpret that word as uh, that it's going to, life is just going to be everything's going to be charm and looked after. It says all your struggles, when given to me, okay, learn of me, of the ease that you bring with you to all your troubles. Learn of the ease. So I take that interpretation as being ease is not that it's easy, but that when trouble comes along and we join with him going through that trouble, he brings the ease for us to go through whatever we're going through. So it doesn't take trouble away. It just eases a lot of things. Otherwise, the ego would teach us the hard way of going through it and help us to beat ourselves up and everybody else around us, you know.
Yeah.
But when we give it to the Holy Spirit, the trouble has an ease towards it. Not that it's easy. Going through cancer is not easy. Going through any kind of struggle is not easy. But the ease is the love that is shared among all who are part of that experience. And that makes it so much more wonderful to feel the love and the connection and the support while you're going through a difficult time. You know, that's the ease when he says the course is easy. And I couldn't really let that go by because I know easy sometimes means, oh, that was nothing, nothing whatsoever. But when you're going through it, you don't say that. You don't say it's nothing. But when the Holy Spirit's invited into the situation, oh, thank you for all the love and support from everyone around me, the doctors, the nurses, all the beautiful caregivers, all the beautiful support staff. Oh, that love is in every heart around me.
Cool.
You know, it just made going through it that much more loving and more beautiful. Thank you. I'm complete.
Cool.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Um, okay. Let's go on to 62. Barb, can you read for us? I am your resurrection.
I am your resurrection and your life. You live in me because you live in God, and everyone lives in you as you live in everyone. Can you then perceive unworthiness in a brother and not perceive it in yourself? And can you perceive it in yourself and not perceive it in God? Believe in the resurrection because it has been accomplished, and it has been accomplished in you. This is as true now as it will ever be, for the resurrection is the will of God, which knows no time and no exceptions. But make no exceptions yourself, or you will not perceive what has been accomplished for you. For we ascend unto the Father together, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be. For such is the nature of God's Son, as his Father created him.
Nice.
I think I'm going to frame this paragraph. No exceptions. It's been accomplished. Knows no time and no exceptions. Why do we make up so many exceptions? One of the sermons that I heard preached when I was a youngster, and I didn't hear it from just one pastor. I heard it from another. It must have been a popular format or something, because several pastors in my lifetime have preached it. And that is, yes, I believe what the Bible is telling us in this passage, but yes, I believe, but yes, I understand, but yes, I recognize the truth, but which just is an exception, is just an exception. One of the things the Course is teaching us is that everything that has been manifested in front of us has been allowed by God for some purpose, because there's a lesson in it for us. And that's what this is saying too, is believe in the resurrection, because it has happened. Therefore, you're looking at things from an entirely different perspective, and you can recognize that even though it's uncomfortable, maybe it feels hurtful, maybe it feels da-da-da-da-da-da, the fact of the matter is, it's the best thing that could have ever possibly happened. I was supposed to be with my Native Americans tonight, but my ride is a very dear friend. We go together all the time. She has a sister-in-law who has a procedure tomorrow, and she is the only near relative that can be with this person as they go through the procedure. And so my first reaction was, oh, what's going to happen with me not being there? All the things that I was responsible for that I'm supposed to do. That was my immediate knee-jerk reaction. And then it occurred to me, everything is different now. That was my old life. I have been resurrected into a new life. And I recognize that my lack of presence in this meeting allows Native Americans to talk among themselves without the influence of a white person, without the awareness of a white person listening, without the awareness of a white person analyzing or thinking about or deciding what needs to happen or whatever, without a white person making a comment, so that this is their time together. So what I perceived at first to be the worst thing that could happen, the most devastating scenario, actually turns out to be a gift from God for me, because I don't have to be frantic about what I'm going to say or do, and for the Native Americans, because they don't have to worry about this white person observing or contributing.
Wow.
I'm complete. The resurrection is in me. I'm ready for new life.
That's great.
Thank you.
That's great. Oh my God.
Thank you.
That is awesome. Cool. Let's see. All right. Well, you want to read
Oh, sure.
63?
63? Okay. Do not underestimate the power of the devotion of God's Son. nor the power of the God he worships over him. For he places himself at the altar of his God, whether it be the God he made or the God who created him. That is why his slavery is as complete as his freedom. For he will obey only the God he accepts. The God of the crucifixion demands that he crucify, and his worshippers obey. In his name, they crucify themselves, believing that the power of the God, believing that the power of the Son of God is born of sacrifice and pain. The God of the resurrection demands nothing, for he does not will to take away. He does not require obedience, for obedience implies submission. He would only have you learn your own will and follow it, not in the spirit of sacrifice and submission, but in the gladness of freedom. That makes me feel so good just reading that. I mean, just reading about the God of resurrection demands nothing. Oh my God, just right there. I remember walking from one room to another, and all of a sudden I heard this, there is no judgment. There is no judgment. And I almost fell over because I judge all the time. All the time. I'm judging myself. I'm judging what's happening. I'm judging. There is no judgment. And it was such a relief. So demands nothing, for he does not will to take away. That's the idea of acceptance too, just pure acceptance of what's happening. I think that's very powerful. I love that word. He would only have you learn your own will. That empowers me and follow it, because not my will, but thine, O Lord, be done in me. My will is his will, is the will of my source. Wow. That's my true will. And not in a spirit of sacrifice and submission. So there's no pain in doing the will of my source, the will of love. What does love will? Remember St. Augustine said, love and do what you will? I love that. I learned that in college. I took a religion class in college, and when I learned about St. Augustine, and he said, love and then do what you will. You can't go wrong. Right? And he not necessarily okay, but in the gladness of freedom, because that's what it brings. It brings freedom. Remember Werner Erhard said, truth will set you free. First it might make you mad, but when you accept the truth, it'll set you free. Cool. I am still as God created me. That's what I have for that.
That is cool.
Okay, and
I found it kind of interesting that I made that comment about resurrection versus crucifixion.
Yeah.
That was how my friend perceived it. Mm-hmm. And that paragraph there just tells me what's the difference between a crucifixion and a resurrection.
Look at that.
Yeah. If it's crucifixion, I demand that you worship me and obey and submit. But if it's resurrection, it's like it's there. It's always there. Yeah. Resurrection demands nothing in italics.
Right.
Yeah, nothing. No obedience, no sacrifice, no pain, no nothing. So I thought that was kind of cool. Okay, Charles, go ahead.
Thank you.
Oh, you're getting cute with the mute now.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, you got your finger right on the mute button, don't you? Yeah.
I do. Yeah. I got enough shirts. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
You ever been around a tyrant? You have to walk on, eggshells to make sure that, everything's going right, and then, you're not displeasing the tyrant because their choice is your choice. This is my choice for your life. This is how I see your life should unfold. This is the way we run our business. And if you don't agree with us, you get punished, right? The same with schools and everything else. You sort of walk on eggshells all the time. Well, God's freedom doesn't do that. He says, you're free to choose. And in your freedom to choose, when you choose love, you become free and no longer imprisoned. It's our own will that imprisons us, and it's our own will that sets us free. And the final choice is to choose our will to be aligned with God's will. Then we are free indeed, for sure. But if we align our will with the ego's, we're going to operate under tyranny, whatever it's called, dictatorship. You have to, but under those, even under the dictatorships in a lot of countries, those who believe in God are freed from the one who rules the country. They have a freedom and a grace and a joy in their own life, regardless of who rules the country. Because when you're under God's laws and God's love, it's not about who runs the country, but who runs our heart. And our heart is everything to us, and our heart becomes everything in our neighborhood, in our society, in our relationships. So I love God and I love God's will, God being love itself. I always have to stipulate God is love. God isn't the person watching over us. God is love. Perfect, pure love. If there is such a thing as perfect and pure love, that's the will I want to be on with. If I look outside for perfect and pure love, I have a hard time finding it anywhere. And as soon as I look inside my heart, it shows up everywhere in people around me. Because God's kingdom's within our hearts, not out in somebody else's heart. We just recognize, when we recognize the love in our heart, we start to recognize the love in others' hearts. Oh, what a joyful world that is. So what we see inside, we start to see outside. As within, so without. So that time alone with God and God's love is worth everything to everyone and everywhere. Thank you. I'm complete.
Thanks, Charles. You reminded me, you know how you can have a screensaver and you can, well, one of the screensavers is you can put words across your screen and they can float and everything. And I used to have the words love is real. And lately I had this real quick, short remembrance that helps me as soon as a fear thought arises, especially like say you wake up, you're not out of bed yet, but boy, you have a thought and it has really started to produce fear. Whatever it is, I could tell you, but there's a lot of them. But as soon as it comes into my mind, I say nothing real can be threatened and nothing unreal exists. And it's amazing. It poofs it. It poofs it. Love is real. Nothing real can be threatened. And I'm not threatened by that. And so I have clung to that. And it's really helped. So I'm sharing it with all of you.
That's nice.
Yeah, love is real.
Okay. Should we close?
And yes. Okay. And he does say, love doesn't conquer all things, but it does set all things right. So I'm going to remember that more often. It's like, what would love do? What would, because I am love, that's my being is love, not my limited sense of self, right? So I know my Christ vision knows what how love would see it, how love would respond. Right?
Right.
Okay.
So I knew that was coming.
No, I can see it in your eyes.
And the director behind us is going, and cue the kiss. Thanks everybody for your shares tonight. Joy's we're gonna close with a prayer.
Yeah. Thanks everybody. Thanks. Thank you so much. I think
and we apologize for the technical difficulties. That's 2 weeks in a row. We got to get better at it. Something's goofy, man.
Yeah, I might need a new computer.
I mean, this is going on 7 years with just the Zoom, and then we had almost 14 with the brick and mortar. So, I mean, you would think by now we'd kind of have a little of this handled.
Like troubleshooting. And so I'll troubleshoot this. And it may mean I need to get my
Kind of sounds like the speaker, doesn't it?
Rita,
Yeah.
maybe you and I can get on at about 10 after or quarter after and just check out everything.
Oh,
I
yeah. We
wouldn't
could.
mind.
Sure.
Yeah.
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 Why don't we do that?
All right.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Go ahead, Big.
let's end by closing our eyes. We are all standing in a circle and we're holding hands, and so we can feel our brother's hands, our sister's hands, and we can feel that connection of the entire circle, and we feel that communion. We share one self with each other and with our source, and these aren't just words. We share one self with one another and with our source and with everything. And we feel that connection, that unity right now in this moment. And so we pray, beloved Father, Mother God, we thank you for the gentle reminder that what we perceive is not the truth, but only a shadow of what we have believed. Lift us now beyond perception, beyond the images we have made, into the quiet certainty of experience where truth is known, not seen. Let us not cling to appearances, nor be deceived by changing forms, but rest in the living presence that cannot be altered or obscured. Teach us to trust what is eternal, beyond the senses, beyond the mind's interpretations, a simple, direct knowing of your love. As we go forth, help us remember that we need not judge, for truth is not found in perception, but revealed in stillness. And in every moment, call us back to this awareness that we are held in what is real, and nothing unreal can disturb our peace. We rest now in gratitude and in quiet certainty of your love. And so it is. Amen.
That was great. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks, everybody. God bless you all. Be safe. We love you. Take
Oh.
care. We'll
Thanks for a great night. Love you guys.
thanks. This was great.
We are
And,
so blessed.
Yes,
Thank
we are.
you.
thanks, Margaret. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Much
what I've
love
been
all.
I love you all.
what I'm doing is making an audio of the meditations, so we can just listen to that, and those are going to be
Yep.
in the well, I'm not sure where,
Probably put them, in the,
on YouTube.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have made audios of your meditations and
Oh,
I
you
listen to them when I go to sleep.
That's so cool. Thank
That
you.
is so cool. Oh, my God.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Thanks. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye,
Next week.
everybody. Thank you all.